Call a meeting to order of the Mandan Public School District, Mandan City Hall, Bosch Freilich Meeting Room. Today is Tuesday, February 21st. We're at 4:15. Approval of the agenda. Any additions or changes to the agenda?
I do, board members. In front of you is a letter of resignation that I'd like to add to item B under new business.
Okay. Any other changes? What is the wishes of the board?
Move to approve the agenda. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Huvestal, seconded by Ms. Peel. Any questions? Ms. Ova, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Okay. Public communication. Oh,
Yes.
that one. Public communication, seeing nobody in the audience, we'll go on to administrator's report. Legislative update, Dr. Bitts.
Correct. In front of you, I typed up a little legislative update, and I'll give you just a brief, little bit of information on all 5 of these bills. And if you have any questions or would like an update in any other bills, we can do that as well. House Bill 1185. We talked a little bit about this last time. It makes up to $60 million available to schools dealing with unanticipated construction related expense due to inflation. It's a max of $5 million per school at 1.5%. So that has passed the House. It's moved over to the Senate. Anytime you get 1.5% money, I think you want to look at that. So hopefully that's going to clear the Senate and be available for us for our projects. House Bill 1186. Last month we tapped into our state school construction loan. We qualified for $10 million. That's the maximum allowed by law. This would increase that amount to $20 million that's available, so it would allow us to access another $10 million at 1%. So we've still got some options available to us to finance the balance of our construction. Again, that passed the House, and we'll see where we are when they get through the Senate, or if they get through the Senate. House Bill 1532 sets aside $24 million for private school vouchers. Up to 30% of private school tuition can come from the state. That's being heard right now. We were just listening to the debate on the floor of the House, so I don't have an update on you on that, but that's being heard right now. Senate Bill 2066 is the property tax relief bill. Currently, the way the funding formula works is we're guaranteed $10,237. We're required to levy 60 mills, and the state fills in the gap. With this legislation, it was proposed at 30 mills. It got amended to 40 mills. So we would have to levy 40 mills, and the state would fill in the gap to the per pupil payment. So it would be 20 mills of property tax relief to our taxpayers. That has passed the Senate, and now we'll move over to the House. The House has passed income tax relief. The Senate has passed property tax relief. I'm not sure how that's going to shake out. When I visit with legislators, they say it'll probably be a little bit of income tax relief and a little bit of property tax relief. And I'm not sure what those levels will be. We probably won't know that until April. And then finally, the other bill I have on here is Senate Bill 2284. That's the big per pupil payment bill. It has left the House with a 3% increase in the per pupil payment in each year. I don't know if you have any questions on these or any other bills out there.
I have a question, Mr. Hart. Dr. Bitts, I guess, some of this is good news and some of this, there's some concern in particular. Yeah, some of these bills. Is it not? Okay. And so I just wanted you, if you could speak a little bit more about 1532, and because when you look at that at face value, what it's telling me is that they're taking money from us and giving it. But I know that the argument has been different than that. And I'm just kind of curious what the state, the superintendents and those public education, how they're approaching this and talking about it, and what some of the concerns are and how those have been answered.
I testified against this bill when it was in the House. And I'll just share a couple of things I said. our private schools in the state are great, and one of the things that makes them great is they can say no. They can say no to students, they can say no to to parents, and they can say no to the state. We can't do that. We enroll all students no matter what. We deal with all parents no matter what, and we follow all the rules from the state. We have open records. Our meetings are public. My emails are public. We're very transparent. And I think that when private schools have to do that, they're going to look a lot like us. Unfortunately, they're saying they don't have to do those things, that they don't have to be transparent, they don't have to be accountable. We do 30, 40 reports for the state. They aren't going to have to do those. They aren't going to have open meetings, open records. And that the accountability and transparency, I don't think you hand out $24 million and say, we trust you to do what's right with it. You don't have to report anything. I just don't think that's, as a taxpayer, that bothers me. But, and I'm willing, I said we compete with, and I use St. Mary's just because they're in the same class we are. We compete with St. Mary's in basketball. But when we play with them, the rules are the same. And we win sometimes, we lose sometimes, but the playing field is level. We'll compete with them for public dollars as well, but we want a level playing field.
Thank you for that clarification. Those are my concerns as well, and I appreciate that you are out there talking about them, and so I thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda. In the consent agenda, we have approved previous board minutes from the February 6, 2023, approved December 2022 bills, approved the January 23 revenue report, and approved the January 23 expenditure report. What are the wishes?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Ferris, seconded by Mr. Peters. Ms. Ova, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Under unfinished business, we had review and consider request to be released from a signed teaching contract and have liquidated damages waived for not fulfilling terms of that contract by Maggie Williams. Dr. Fashionat?
Board members, in your side of your packet, and you're well aware that since this fall, we've been attempting to fill that position and release Ms. Williams early with the contemplated liquidated damages, and we haven't been unable to fill that position. We've been communicating with her frequently about our status with that. You'll see in your packet that she's in essence withdrawn that early release, but we would recommend tonight that you approve her resignation effective at the end of her 22-23 contract and thank her for her service.
Any questions? What are the wishes?
I'd move to accept her, yeah, her new letter of resignation, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Second. Oh, go ahead. Second.
So we have a motion by Mr. Peters, seconded by Ms. Peel. Any questions, comments? Okay. Ms. Olva, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Under new business, we have review and consider approval of 2023 Mandan School Board election timeline. Mr. Legacy.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're talking about a June election with all the snow on the ground today, but included in your packet is the school board election deadlines using June 13th, 2023 as our election date and working backwards for filing deadlines. It would be my recommendation that you approve the school board election to be set on June 13th.
Now, is that it's a non,
It is a non-county election. It's a school board election only, so we will run it ourselves this year.
okay. What are the wishes of the board?
I move to approve the dates as submitted for the Mandan School Board election timeline.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Peel, seconded by Ms. Ferris. Ms. Olva, please call roll.
Yes.
Hubestall,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Keel,
Yes.
Burris,
Yes.
Horn,
Yes. Next item, review and consider approval of following letters of resignation. We've got Cheyenne Charging, fourth grade, Fort Lincoln Elementary. Ryan Jungling, Technology Integration Specialist. Hannah Sagasser Cahoon, English, Mandan High School. And then we have Dr. Jeff Foshnut, Assistant Superintendent.
It would be our recommendation that you accept these resignations and thank them for their service to Mandan Public Schools. Yes, that you accept their resignations at their end of their current contract.
Contact.
yes.
Okay.
I would move to accept the resignations.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Mr. Peters, seconded by Ms. Ferris.
Should I make my comments before we vote or
Who's
after?
still? Any other questions, comments?
Yes, please. Yes, I would like to just take a moment to thank all of these folks for their service and their commitment to our students. We appreciate it so much, what they do. I want to particularly, just because I have the platform, call out Mrs. Cahoon, who is a vital reason why my oldest son is gainfully employed. And that is a lot what our teachers do around here. They make sure that our students are successful, and so thank you for that. And then Dr. Fosnacht, we're really proud of you, and we're really going to miss you, and we're just a hearty congratulations, and know that you leave a big hole, and we'll miss you a lot.
Thank you, Ms. Peel. Any other questions, comments? Ms. Woble, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Otherwise, future meeting dates, we've got February 27th, Policy and Personnel, 5 o'clock at the Brave Center. March 6th, regular school board meeting, 5:30 City Hall. And March 13th, Student Achievement, 5 o'clock, Brave Center. Any other meetings we're missing? Otherwise, meeting is adjourned.
I'm sorry, I thought it.